Your Comedy Minute, YouTube Live number 46. My friend Crispy Ducky is here, and my brother Ed's here. I got a lot to cover tonight. Hopefully, we get through it all. Here's the list. Let's start with the Web Wilder Credo: work hard, rock hard, eat hard, sleep hard, grow big, wear glasses if you need them. I want to send a shout out to Alex in Florida. 87 pictures. Hey, my friend Kim and David Snowden are here. Nice to see you guys. Again, I'm going to be rushed because I got a lot of. Hopefully, the lighting. Let me know if the lighting, sound, whatever. I'm working on it. Got a new camera. Anyway, the Web Wilder Credo: work hard, rock hard, eat hard, sleep hard, grow big, wear glasses if you need them. I think I did it. 9,141 subscribers, over 4 million views. Couldn't be happier about that. 4,013,222 views. Alex from Florida, AO7 pictures. I was confused. I didn't know last week. YouTube commenters here. All right. Bengals won. Grand Theft Auto's here. Good. Anyway, he had a joke, and the joke was, or is, what do you call an angry German? Sauerkraut. And Crispy Ducky, Crispy, Crispy, I'm going to tell him the whole story since you're here. Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock, I'm barely awake. One bloodshot eye. Got my coffee. I got my first sip of coffee. Yep. Hi, Crispy. I'm going to tell him the story. Crispy sends me this awful, and Crispy and I have known each other almost a year. Crispy lives in Cyprus. He's a boxer. He's going to box in Belgium. I think it's Belgium, right? Bulgaria. Anyway, Crispy and I have known each other a year. He's a great guy. I'm thankful for Crispy and Grand Theft and YouTube and Kim and David, my brother, everybody. But anyway, so Crispy sends me this awful video. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's a Ronald McDonald guy wrestling another guy, and they're talking about, and I can't, Crispy. So I was like, good morning, Crispy. I just had some coffee and I can't watch your how are you? And I said, and the reason I'm taking a minute to tell you this is, Crispy, I got to pay homage to you. Alex is here. Great. Alex, I mentioned you earlier. But Crispy said something to me and it really hit home. And I've been having a hard time lately. I get so caught up in the numbers. And Crispy, I said to him, I said, man, I've known Crispy a year, and he just sent me the most awful video at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said, I've been thinking about quitting. I don't know if I can keep doing it. And Crispy, I think, is only 14, 15 years old, kid from Cyprus. And he wrote, Scotty, don't quit. You make thousands of people laugh every day. And I got to be honest, it didn't hit me till yesterday afternoon how prolific what he said was to me. And I'm not tooting my own horn here. But yes, I average several thousand views per day on YouTube alone. And if you look at I was like, I think Crispy's right. So enough of that. Let's move on. How is religion like a penis? You shouldn't try and shove it down their throat. Last week, the Consumer Electronics Show, I mentioned a whole lot of products. I missed one, and I did a minute about it on Monday. It's called Fluent Pet. And what it is, if you didn't see the minute, your dog can go over and press a button, and it'll send a text to your phone. Now, the irony is they sold about 100,000 of the original one. But every dog I've ever had in my life, you don't need a button. You don't need. My dog would be watch the Opa videos. They're like, open the refrigerator. A pigeon. This is true. A pigeon was caught that had a thing of crystal meth strapped to it, and the police in Canada, they have the pigeon. Now, unless it's a stool pigeon, I think they should release the pigeon and they can follow it back, it's either going to go back to the owner, the original, or who was supposed to get the. That's true. I'm not making that up. How do you turn a dishwasher into a snowblower? Give her a shovel. Gwen Stefani was in a band called No Doubt. She's on The Voice, married to Blake Shelton. Her father's Italian, her mother's Irish. And she made a splash this week because she said she's Japanese. now, now I'm simplified it a bit. She feels Japanese. Yeah, she sells a ton of shit Japanese stuff. But I wonder if Blake Shelton knew that she was related to that George whatever, the guy, Washington guy. I think they're cousins. They're brother and sister. A woman and I were texting. We were texting a while, and I said, "Can I call you?" She said, "Sure." So I called her, and she didn't answer. So I texted her. I said, "I thought you said I could call you." She texts back, "I did, but I didn't say I'd pick up." The box theory, I honestly have never heard of the box theory until this week. And if you don't know what the box theory is, if you're like me and you don't know what it is, a guy named Mario Moranti, who is a dating expert, says that every man knows within 15 minutes whether he wants to date a girl, he wants to, or he doesn't want anything to do with her. Now, again, I did a minute on this, and now the comments. Now, Alex, I'm confused because you got AO7 going. Is Alex in AO7? I better take a drink. I better come up for air. But I'll get back to that. The box theory. The comments are 15 minutes. Hell, it'll take me 2 minutes. And I must agree, a lot of time, girl comes up. Nah, I'm good. Especially if she's missing teeth. Let's see what everybody's got to say. He laughed at the snowblower. Good. Can you imagine getting caught by a police? Yeah, police pigeon. I think that has happened before. A police pigeon, maybe. Let's keep going. The box theory, when they say about 15 minutes, that may be true, but I thought of one, and I'm not going to divulge too much here, but I was with a woman, and I'd been with her, intimately a few times, but it wasn't until she spent the night I realized she snored. Sounded like a damn mule was sounded like animals were being slaughtered. And I knew right then, there's no way you can know that in 15 minutes. I mean, I liked her. But once it sounded like a damn chainsaw going through. The box theory, to me, there's a lot of holes in the box theory. And like I said, I think women, I don't think it takes them 15 minutes. I saw this girl. I said to her, knock, knock. She said, who's there? I said, Dozer. She said, Dozer who? I said, those are some nice tits you got there. Now. Saturday in Thailand, this really happened this past Saturday. They had a Children's Day event. And I saw this story, and they said that a helicopter went over and tried to drop candy and flowers down onto these people, and 8 people were injured, and one woman had taken to the hospital with a broken neck. And I thought to myself, well, how high was that damn helicopter? I was wrong. The helicopter got down too close and blew over the tents onto the people. I don't mean to laugh. Hopefully, everybody's gonna be okay. But I, I find that, I mean, like I said, my initial reaction was, how I up? Where did they drop this candy from? And what were they dropping? 8 people were injured. Lady got a broken neck. I, I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I really should. Let me take a break. Let me take a break because I want to hit the next section. Let me say hi to everybody. Actually, there's a village in India that does employ owning pigeons. You guys are still in the pigeons. Let's move on. Take these glasses off. I heard they found some classified documents at President Biden's house in Delaware in the garage. And I heard they found, at least what I heard, they found some more in the house. But what really upset me, at least this, again, I don't know, but I think they had a gas stove in there too. Oh, I'm so stupid. They had a gas stove. You can't have gas stoves. My goodness. A teacher's giving out a test, and all the answers are true and false. So she's looking and she sees this one boy going, he's flipping a coin and writing his answers down. And she watches him, and he does it, and all the other kids are finished, and he's still there flipping coin. She walks over and she said, obviously you didn't study. You have no idea what you're doing. Why are you still flipping the coin? He said, I'm checking my answers. I love that joke. I really do. No, true story. Hard to believe. A Kentucky teenager, boy, was playing a video game called Rainbow Six Siege. And he's saying, now I'm kind of calling bullshit on this story. He's saying that he butt dialed 911, and the police, the video and the stuff, YouTube video, I mean, you can see it. The police are there, there's SWAT team there, because what they heard was, I just killed 2 people. I just killed 2 people. All they heard was, yes, YouTube commenter from, yes, this kid is playing his video game, and he says he butt dialed 911. And the police are there, the SWAT's there, because all they heard was, I just killed 2 people. I killed two people. Like I said, if it really happened, that's amazing. I'm kind of calling bullshit because it seems like there's a lot of young folks that they'll do anything to get their 15 minutes. I see more and more Instagram and TikTok with huge influencers that, having problems, that, deep sixing themselves, and shit's happening. A lot of, it's not, hey, it ain't all that, not that I'm anywhere. Like Crispy said, I reach a few thousand people, but I'm sure, hey, YouTube commenter, I think he had some friends there playing with him. And can you imagine being there? Like, I think you and Chris, or I know Chris plays video games, play, hey, can't you see we got a goddamn situation, you asshole? There's police out there, the SWAT team. What the hell did you do? I can just picture it. I don't know. Hear me out, officer. Hold on, officer. I didn't punch that doggy. UFOs are in the news, and the irony that I just happened to watch a PBS special the other night, and I'm being honest. I watched the PBS, and it was about 10 days that this thing was flying, and people all around the world were following this thing, and people were flipping out. And now I'm seeing more about it. But my theory, and I'll elaborate more here in a bit. Yeah, there's UFOs, but they don't want to come here. All they got to do is meet some of these people. I don't know what you're writing, Crispy. But yeah, the UFOs. Like I said, I think they're definitely out there, but and I'll tie it into the next story or the story or so. Why they're not coming? But I was dating this fat girl, and she said, "How come ribbed condoms don't taste like ribs?" I'm gonna hit a little serious patch here, and I want to be. This is a real slippery slope, but I'm gonna try and do it anyway. Not that many people here. What the hell? Although a lot of people watch back. Today is Martin Luther King Day. I didn't want to start with it because it's a very serious topic, and I don't want to trip over it lightly. But in the same sense, I'm trying to do comedy here, and I'm going to finish strong. But I wanted to address it. Today is Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I was 6 years old when that horrific day. And I'm blessed that my family I was raised in where it was a terrible event, and there was shit going on. George Wallace was a guy named George Wallace. For you young kids that don't know anything about this, a guy named George Wallace in Alabama didn't want his segregated schools, didn't want black people going to the schools. And I think, again, this is just my opinion. I was 6 at the time. I'm 60 now. Seen a lot of good things happen, but it reminded me of a story, and I want to share it with you. And I think it ties in perfectly to Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And this is a true story. I started working for RCA Records and went to North Carolina. And I'd never been to North Carolina. And RCA didn't have a rep in North Carolina for a long time. So when I went there, I wasn't very well received. But when I got there, I remember going to the first radio station, whatever. And the guy says to me, "Where are you from, boy?" I said, "York, Pennsylvania." He said, "Well, you're a damn Yankee." I thought, you got to be shitting me. The Civil War's over, pal. I didn't bring my union. And this happened at like X number of radio stations I went to in North Carolina. "Where are you from, boy?" "I'm from York, Pennsylvania." "Well, you're a damn Yankee." I would tell them I'm from York, Pennsylvania, and they would call me a Yankee, as if the Civil War was still going on. I was shocked. I was in Winston-Salem. I'll never forget it. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Man says to me, "Where are you from, boy?" I said, "I live in Ellicott City, Maryland." "No Yankee." I was shocked again. And when I talked to someone, they said, "Well, you were below the Mason-Dixon line. You weren't a Yankee." And I just had to tell that story because that's why the UFOs aren't coming down. For all those guys in North Carolina and the white supremacists, that's why the UFOs aren't coming down. They're not going to come down to this shithole and deal with ignorant assholes like "Use a damn Yankee." Well, you stupid son of a bitch. The Civil War's been over for fucking 30 years, 80 years, you silly son. There. I'm done with my Martin Luther King rant. I'm sorry to go on a rant. I'll finish strong, I promise. What kind of debt does a paraplegic have? Crippling. Two more quick topics. We're going to wrap this thing up. How we doing? How are you? I'll get to everybody. I don't, but I want to. There's two more quick topics I'll end with here. Our second page. I want to do two quick topics because I think they're funny, and then I'll end with 4 strong, nasty, evil jokes. Jeff Bezos is saying, hold on to your money. He said the economy doesn't look good. Think twice before you buy a new washer, dryer, refrigerator, car. And I want to thank him because today I cut off that Amazon television, cut that Amazon Prime. They don't have football. I cut that. Jeff, thank you, buddy. I saved me a buck or two. I'm being serious. He's right. Money's tight. The hell with that. And the second thing, and both of these The reason on the second sheet is because they come in late. I just saw them. Britney Spears. I saw a TMZ video where she went kind of man. They're calling it manic, or went a little bonkers in a restaurant. And I couldn't see it real clear. It was on my phone, and I don't know exactly, but they say that her husband, Sam Ashgar, or whatever, he stormed out. You can go look at it. A year or so ago, I did a video about Britney Spears and Sam getting married. Or, they were dating and getting married, and they showed a Scrabble board. And the words on there were not words. And when people questioned them, well, we like to make up words. Wait a minute. I knew. And Sam said, I just want to have a nice, peaceful, quiet life with Britney. That shit ain't happening. That ship sailed, buddy. You hitched your wagon to the wrong star. Now, I haven't seen the video. I don't know all what went on in the restaurant, but let me say hi to everybody with 4 strong jokes. Let me make sure I say hi to everybody that's here and thank everybody. Hope you guys had a good time. I had fun. I also want to say, go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Please beat the Dallas Cowboys. I'm a huge Eagles fan, and I don't mind losing, but I don't want to lose to the Cowboys. TNF this year sucked anyway. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and Al Michaels is catching heat, but he did that Jacksonville game the other night in Jacksonville. Unbelievable comeback. And the report, yep, that's up. Stupid son of a. Al Michaels had a DUI a while back. I think he's lost a step. Let me make sure I get everybody here. Basie TM, I don't know who you are. Yo, how we doing, Basie TM? Nice to have you here. I thank you. Please tell a couple 100,000 of your friends. Okay, officer, hear me out. AO7, I heard that pigeon was pretty high when they caught him. AO7, now you're confusing me. Last week you're Alex. Maybe Alex is new. Maybe you're running 2 different things. I don't know. Grand Theft Auto 1233, you're the best. Kim and David, you're the best. Crispy, as always, I love you. My brother Ed, I love you. I know a lot of people watch it back and don't real. Again, I want to thank Crispy Ducky, who, like I said, I think he's only. Although you wouldn't know by the video he sent me Sunday. Holy shit, the video he sent me was, 2 wrestlers. One was dressed up like Ronald McDonald, the other. What? It's 8:00 in the morning. I can't. But let me finish with these last 4. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate it. Make sure I don't miss anything here. Maybe Disney's coming out with a new cancer movie. It's called Finding Chemo. My friend said to me, how do I get her in the mood? I said, well, I know she likes it when I, pull her tail a little bit. Oh my God. You can't. You can't. Now, I'm telling you, this is where we just jumped the rail. For all you folks that like, that reminds me of a video from Russia where I got to read this. Bunch of cartoon characters jump some dude on the street. Yeah, that's the thing. YouTube comment and say hi to your brother Chris. And hey, who are you rooting for tonight? Please tell me Tampa Bay. But the shit that I see, and that's why I'm almost calling bullshit on that kid that 911. It looked a little too fake to me. The video looked a little too fake to me. Like, man, if the cops and the SWAT team was outside my house, I'd be shitting and getting, man. I'd be shitting and getting. This woman told me she was kinky. Turns out she had scoliosis. Now, that's no way to end. You can't leave on that. You can't. Total blackout paintings here. That young man there does some really wild. If you haven't seen, go over to Total Blackout Painting. He does stuff with spray paint and puts stuff down and he sells stuff on Etsy. And I believe, and I guess that's why I wanted to take a second. that Martin Luther King bit was a bit, but I think it's important, especially for younger people that don't understand what it was like back in the 60s. And they had rioting here in York. There was we've come a long way, and I hope we keep going that way. I don't like any kind of racial, although I do Mexican joke. Here, let's do a Mexican joke. If you want me to do the Mexican joke, I'll do it. But no, check out Dodo Blackout Painting. He does some really cool stuff and sells his stuff on Etsy. And I honestly feel in my heart that is how you can circumvent YouTube's um, their algorithms and all their crap by supporting one another and all your friends and YouTube commenters and Christine and everybody, everybody that likes what I'm doing. David and I talked a little bit, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to take another sip, but AO7 Alex mentioned to me that he doesn't watch a lot of videos or anything, but he loves the lives. And David and I talked a little about the lives, and Kim Roy likes the lives, and David said it's the interaction, and I think it is. I think it is. I having you guys here and being able to laugh and read things and get your jokes, like the joke that you sent me about the angry German, sauerkraut, Crispy sending me his crap, or stuff that I can talk about. And we can have fun and laugh. I do my best, and I think Crispy's comment. I'll end with this, but I think Crispy's comment. It's amazing to me that at 60 years old, a 14 or 15-year-old young man, or Alex, who's a young man in Florida, makes food and sells food in Florida, can reset it for me and say, just keep going, just keep trying to make people laugh. Screw the haters. Kelly Carpenter, guy Dr. Dave said he wants to buy a coffee mug. Every little bit helps. Every share, every comment, everything you do. I just can keep on rolling. I pray the Cowboys lose tonight, and hopefully I'll see you guys next Monday. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you all so very much.